Okay, me and Maya, we went to Oakland Church and we sang in the choir. Just two middle class little girls, you know. We had a lot of faith. Okay, because faith is a verb. Faith is an action. Weeping may come in the night, but joy cometh in the morning. Yeshua, I will rule in the name of Jesus. We ain't never going back. I am a black woman, okay? And we lead with faith. It's important. What do you think of that, Dougie?
Yeah, that was great, honey.
Was it black enough?
I don't think I'm qualified to answer that.
I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I grew up in the...
I just love that she's so good at the motions. That really is how she speaks.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I grew up in...
We're clear-eyed about it. And it feels heavy. And I just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire.
Welcome to s.k.1 News. So I'm gonna be doing two recaps. I'm gonna be doing a recap over on the s.k.1 show too. But this is the recap for s.k.1 News. A year ago, I did a prize edition. Yeah. So with this season coming to an end, this was a real short season. And I'm expecting to have a guest on here before the season ends. But if the guests don't make it on this particular season, they will be back on the, new season. And I got a few things to talk about on this particular one. This is a short recap, so I will be talking about the next upcoming shows. And talking about what 2025 is going to bring to the s.k.1 brand. This here is episode 13. So, finally made it to episode 13. And I thought this particular show was going to have more than 13 because I was doing more shows on news than I was on the s.k.1 show. Definitely when I had that little slowdown over there with the playlist. But apparently the s.k.1 show has more episodes than this one. And I guess because of the Diddy thing and the 5-part series that I did over there about Diddy and Jay-Z, that's what brought it up. But anyway, counting down, we gonna go with the first show. Well, really, this ain't even a countdown. It was a countdown on the prize edition last year, but it's not even a countdown. The intro show was the first episode that I did, and I did that back in January. It was to start the show off, and this one of them Stanley Cups was like going haywire. People was all up in the target, knocking people over for them cups. Them cups was just all over the place. And this was the beginning of me starting to talk the election with Donald Trump and Biden. This is when around the time where as though Trump was indicted, and he had all of them felony cases against him, felony charges against him, and people thought that was gonna ruin his chances to still run for president. And as you see now, we here in the future of November, and Trump, it haven't even been a month yet, but it will be a month soon that since he left, since he won the presidency. So, with that being said, that was one of the episodes that I started off with. After taking a little minute to start, I think I started over on the s.k.1 show first before I did an episode over on the s.k.1 News. All right. Then we go to, February. Like I said, it's been taking a little time for me to get these shows together. But this one was about um AI take over your brain. So AI taking over our brain. That particular episode, they really pushing the AI thing, and as y'all see now, and I'm sorry I haven't got a chance to come back over here and talk more AI because there's a lot of stuff that's going on with AI functions, and I will be before this season end, I will do a show about Elon Musk with these robots. Yeah, 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 yeah. So we'll be talking AI again. But when AI affected your brain, that episode was about how AI could start reading your mind and you could start thinking stuff and it, just happens, and that's something that's been talked about. Eventually it would kick off. That was episode 2 though. Episode 2. So, we dig deep, we take it a little further, and during that month a lot of stuff happened. Personally, definitely in February, was a tough time for me and the fam. I took a long break before I came back, and it's we still gonna do what we gonna do, but God is blessing us. So on that note, I thank everybody that took the time and the patience to, either, you know, look forward to the next upcoming episode, even with all of that's going on, and I'm still able to get these episodes done and out of the way. It's still a little difficult time, but eventually we will bounce back to where we was at. And then not only that, the switch over of the shows, like this been pretty different from the last past 4 or 5 years since I've been doing the SK1 show and SK1 News. This is definitely different. So, we get into the month of March, and that month was about AT&T and more. So that particular episode was about AT&T. Basically, it was a problem going on. The system as though you did have to, I think, turn your phone off, turn your phone on, and AT&T had somebody come in and cyber attack, and it was just one big old issue with AT&T. So with that being said, um I'm assuming by now the issue is fixed, but AT&T is still going to do the little issues. And I remember, like I said, on that particular episode, Verizon also had that issue too. T-Mobile, but really it was T-Mobile, not Verizon. T-Mobile had that issue one time, 1 year before too. So this little cyber attack thing been going on since it just been going on, and that was episode 3. Then we fast forward, and we still in the month of March. I was able to get 2 shows in that month, thank God. No, but anyway, the Zell scam. That particular episode, is something that everybody should look into. Nobody carry hard cash no more. So we all, send money through stuff like Zelle, um, PayPal, Cash App. And Cash App is another one that had some things going on with, though they had to kick out $2,000, 2,500 really, to people that account was affected by it. It was something going on, and it was a big old bleach going out, and people wasn't getting their money the way that they was supposed to get their money. So, the Zeldang was the lady had to pay back, I want to say $1,000 because somebody was tricking her into her account and making her think that payments was getting somehow they got into her account and she called the bank and the bank had a little issue. Then they investigated and then it got to the point where though she may have got her money back, but around that time I think that she couldn't get her money back because the bank thought she was playing games. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't heard that particular episode, just you know check out Spotify, pull up SK1 News. If you listening to this episode, then I'm assuming you may already save the show, download the show, or whatever. But that is episode 4. It's a real good discussion, real good topic. I also left important links down there, whereas though you could secure your privacy, you could secure anything that you need. There's a bunch of security things going on, and links that can help you out in a long way, and definitely on the AT&T one too. So yeah, this AT&T and the Zell thing was one of the biggest security thing that I was talking about in the news. All right, and then we get to episode 4. Episode 4 goes out to OJ and his family. God rest your soul. Rest in peace. This is no, I'm sorry, y'all. This must be episode 5. I didn't. I said episode 4. It's episode 5. Hold on. Yeah, it's episode 5. Episode 5 was about OJ and the GMOs. OJ Simpson passed away from cancer. And when I did this was in the month of April. So April must have been it might have been the day of that he died or the day before. Whenever I did the news on it, it was around the time that he died. Um and when I say that, we all gotta take care of ourselves, make sure we do anything that we possibly can to protect ourselves from different diseases. And not to say that no disease going to come upon us. A disease can come from anywhere. And you can eat right, you can exercise right, you can do everything that's told you to do. But sometimes illness happen and it happens for what reason? We don't know. It could be the air you breathe, it could be the water you drinking, it could be anything that have you to get these diseases, and you just have to protect your body from it when you get it. You know what I'm saying? That don't give up on basically getting yourself treated, and helping yourself with though you can live a life. Because some of us give up and we don't, make it to see the age we probably was supposed to see. Not to say that, illness can be bad and there's nothing we can do, but don't wait until it's too late because there may not can be nothing that could be done. Or you just have to figure out a way to your time. And GMOs play a big part in your diet, that causes a lot of bad health. Now there's some good GMOs out there, but then there's some bad GMOs. You know what I'm saying? So you know it's bad GMO, but they try to tell you there's some good GMOs too. But me personally, um, organic is the way. um, Plant based is the way. Fruits, vegetables, definitely is the way. And low calories is the most. Your calories keep you from getting diabetes. And red meat, eating less red meat will help you from getting heart disease, and all that stuff that come from a cow, and all this stuff you know, high blood pressure and stuff like that. So this is where the whole thing got into the top of the GMO when I was talking about OJ, because OJ passed away from cancer. All right, let's get into number 6. So number 6, I done 2 different shows. I done the YouTube version and I done the Spotify version. Now, all of my shows since I started this season are a part of YouTube now. So this is not just a Spotify show, it's also a YouTube show. And I made it a YouTube show for those who can't, get to Spotify or may not had a chance to spend that $9.99 a month. I think Spotify went up on that monthly subscription thing, but I made the YouTube so it can be a free version to listen to, and also you can have another option of watching it, other than going over to Spotify. This still is a Spotify show. And I appreciate my peoples that still bang with me, ride with me on Spotify. This been so much to me. So yeah. So alright. Now that we on that one, let me make sure I'm gonna say the right number. Alright, so that will be episode 7, and that one was in April. Yeah, so I was able to do 3 Aprils in that month. Well, really, 2. It's a long break somewhere. Alright, well anyway, this was about the TikTok ban. TikTok ban news. So I don't get some things. I had a few conversations with different folks on this, and it's crazy because they just see it the way they see it, and I mean, people got their different opinions on this, but I feel as though it's this, you know what I mean? Like, you got so many platforms that's out there. Why ban TikTok? That's all I got to say. Why ban TikTok? Why not ban nowhere else? What does TikTok have to do with people livelihoods that make money from TikTok? You make money from TikTok, and why put a ban on something where as though you got a lot of platforms, and you go back and listen to the show to hear what I had to say on what I feel about why I think they shouldn't ban TikTok. TikTok is one of the best social media platforms that's out there, and if that go, I don't know, I don't know. Facebook ain't the place, Facebook is just, there, but I like Facebook because I get to communicate with my family and my friends, but I'm gonna take a break. I think I went over. This not a regular news show, so I'll be back.
Ran through $1.5 billion in her 15-week presidential campaign, a spending spree that averages about $100 million a week. More than $500 million was spent on advertising, tens of millions on mail, merchandise, and door-to-door canvassers. She also spent $2.6 million on private jets in late October alone, and more than $12 million flying private throughout the entirety of the campaign. And as far as that Oprah Winfrey town hall, Maria, the New York Times is reporting Harris's camp actually spent close to $2.5 million on it, more than first reported. Oprah maintains she was not paid. She's on tape saying that, but that the people who worked on the production were paid. Vice President Kamala Harris.
Welcome back to the s.k.1 news. I try to catch that last one. I called that last one episode 7. No, that wasn't episode 7. That was episode 6. But anyway, so the TikTok man was episode 6. I'm a little no, because I'm just looking like, nah. But what throwing me off was the TikTok ban 2 times. Like I said, that one had 2 separate episodes. One was done with a playlist and one was done just for YouTube purposes. Anyway, and that was the first time I did a playlist in a while over on this particular show. So we get 07. This was around the time, and I took a long little break. I was in April, so I took almost like a month to come back. And we get into the month of June. June was almost over when I did this, so that means I was working over on the s.k.1 show because June was about to become July in a few days when I did this one. But this was around the time when Bad Boys 4 came out, and this one called Chris Rock respond to the Bad Boy movie with Will Smith slap scene. So I had brought the news and I had my opinion on it. And yes, Chris Rock was in his feelings because of the slap that I don't know if anybody's seen the movie by now. But it was a scene where as though Martin slapped Will a few times in there. That was like real funny, like, and me personally, just by me looking, I don't think it had anything to go towards when Chris Rock got slapped by Will. But if it did, Chris Rock, you still need to leave it alone, like, because it fitted perfect what went on in that movie. If you would have seen why Martin slapped Will in the movie, it was a particular, it fit the part. It fit the part. But I get it. Something being written in that happened with Will Smith back in 2022 or 2021, around that time. You just want to bring it up. That's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, big up to Will and Martin for that movie. That movie broke box office and one of the best movies that came out this year outside of Beverly Hills Cop 4. So, Eddie Murphy and they doing it up too with that movie. But yeah, this movie was one of the top movies of the year though. One of the best. I don't know another movie that I would put on my top list this year, other than Bad Boys 4. That's my most top movie. I don't know nobody else's most top movie, but Bad Boys 4 was my most top movie that I enjoyed. Alright. So I do know we on episode 8. I do know that one. And this one was back in July. See, I told you we was getting closer to July. Anyway, Airbnb privacy. Alright, so this particular episode, once again, it going to security. And being careful on where you at, where you stay at. Be careful on check everything in hotel rooms, Airbnbs, and stuff like that. This particular episode was due to it was a camera placed in a room, and um the woman thought she left her charger, which is though she went back in the room, thought she was getting her charger out and found a camera in the room. So whoever in that Airbnb was watching them, like literally, like just watching them. Why are you watching somebody and the privacy, even though you own it. But why are you in the bedroom? Why the camera in the bedroom? Why the camera in the bathroom or something like that? That's just too much invading privacy. So just be careful and look for little things when you going out into these public areas that you didn't buy, you didn't put cameras in yourself and stuff like that, because there are some creeps out there. There are some creepy people out there. So yeah, that's just why I brought the news on that one, and I also had my opinion on that one just as well. So we got into more news this year. And then in the upcoming news on episode 8, this one was done in July too. Microsoft outage. Now, back in July, Microsoft had an outage, so you couldn't really use Outlook. You couldn't really do nothing. It was a blue screen that was out everywhere. Now, it only affects certain people, affects certain businesses. Like, I was able to log onto my desktop without a problem. So, that lets you know right then and there, you gotta watch the security. Why? Everything is security, 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 security. Because you don't know what Microsoft was doing. You know what I'm saying? You just know it was a big blue screen. Like, why everybody's screen blue? Why? What they saying? Somebody another cyber attack. So it was a cyber attack on Microsoft. Just be careful with your banking information and everything like that. That goes into all the other stuff that I've been talking about on this whole season on the news. So I got other news coming up and talking about more of this stuff. It just the election went on, so I had to talk about the election. Now I'm slowly gonna get back to regular news, but it's still some more election stuff I gotta talk about because they still bringing up stupid stuff. Anyway, let's jump into 9. Now I named this episode "Vote for What's Right. Don't Be Fooled." Now, as you know, yes, Kamala Harris lost bad. And the only reason why she lost bad is because of the way she done things. Basically. Like, for one, she put on an act. That she did. She put on a act. The person she claimed to be, she was not. Indian lady. Not only that, Biden was suffering in the polls. So they had to pull her in. Now the question is, did Biden really want to step down? That's the real question. The way it seemed to me, it seemed like Biden really didn't want to step down, but he had no other choice but to. And she was the more decent person to go against Donald Trump. I give her that. I give her that. I have nothing against Kamala Harris. I really don't. I just, like I said, as far as what she was running for, I just don't think she was the person for it. My opinion. Like, it could have been any other woman, could have been anybody else. She didn't step up to do what she's supposed to do as the vice president trying to transfer into being the president of the United States. And let's not forget that she has been running the vice president job with Joe Biden, the president, for 4 years, y'all. And by her not having the fully power, yes, it was stuff that she couldn't say or do. Yes, I understand that, but still, being up under the cabinet of Joe Biden, she still could have had input, gave Joe Biden advice and stuff like that. No, Joe, don't do this, don't do that. And the number one thing that shot in the foot when she said she wouldn't do nothing for black people, that was the number one thing. That was one of the things that stuck. But I got an episode talking about that. I won't jump into that. I'm jumping a little ahead of this one. But Don't Be Fooled was just to pay attention to what's going on. don't vote for somebody just because of their skin complexion or their sex or anything else. Don't be fooled by all of this other stuff. Just pay attention, research, do your homework. And that was one of the other episodes that I did itself. I don't know if it was on this show. It might be the next one coming up. But yeah, um, you know, we dodged a bullet right there. Anyway, so all right, I think. Whew. All right, so what is this episode 10? Hold up, hold up. All right, so that must have been episode 11. So all right, um, yeah, that must have been episode 11. I'm messing up these numbers today. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, so we on episode 11 right now, and that's Barack Obama talks about how black males are not voting for Kamala Harris. This was done back in October, um, and it's sad because back in 2008, at the George Bush, you know, left office, we all voted in a man just because of his race. None of us knew who he was. None of us cared who he was. None of us understood why we voted for him. And we was just happy we seen a black man that was running for president. And we thought he would get in and make a lot of big changes. The only thing that changed was he was the first black man to become president. And he's not even fully black. But he was the first black man in our eyes, in our book, and what we know that became president. And big up to him. Congratulations on that first big um win. Um, you know, I'm not gonna sit up here and be the one that said that did he earn it. Well, he got there. That's all I can say. He got there. My only issues was the policies that I know I didn't pay attention to, and what we voted for, what we voted in. Um, it really changed the direction of the world. Um, and now you got to tiptoe on around certain stuff that you say out your mouth. You can't say this, you can't say that. Um, and to each his own. You know, what you do with your life as far as trans. Uh, I don't look. Joe Biden's still in chair, so I can't say the other letters of the alphabets just straight out. So you know that's one thing that he changed, and then with the health insurance thing, that really was just like crazy. If you didn't have the health insurance, you will be penalized in taxes. But for people that actually had to pay money out of their own pocket to pay for health insurance, and then try to pay for rent, and then try to had to get food and take care at home, some of us working people, we don't have the luxury of doing all of that. And some of us don't have the jobs that also have paid health insurance. It was a lot of other stuff that Barack said he was gonna do. And no, they politicians, so they gonna lie either way. But I believe if he was gonna do anything, he would have done a little something. Maybe he was the best president to somebody else, but he was not the best president to me. Anyway, was lead this to what I'm about to say on him is that you can't tell nobody how to vote. And that's what that episode was. You can't make nobody feel shame for who they vote for who they didn't vote for, or make them feel bad because they didn't want to vote for the party that you wanted them to vote for, or vote for Kamala because y'all so called say this lady is black. You know what I'm saying? And it's the way you said it, it's how you said it, and that what pisses a lot of people off. People was mad. People ain't want to hear that. People didn't care to hear that. We ain't even care to think the want to hear that. We was tired. We was tired of the Democrats. We definitely was. So you can't say because she was a woman, people went against her. Oh, because she's black, people went against her. No, it was you look at the what you said and look at how many people voted for Donald Trump, then you should go back and try to realize why a lot of people voted for Donald Trump instead of her. Did people want to vote for Donald Trump? No, 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 no. Did people want to vote for her? No, 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 no. So you can't sit up there and say, hey, you know, people made the wrong decision, made the wrong choice. No, the world spoken and they wrote it for who they wanted to vote for. And it was a lot of stuff that she done that messed her up in the election. And I will get to that in my recap when I talk about that. But I think I talked about that on the s.k.1 show. I think I might have talked about it on this show. It might have been this show. That might be the next episode coming up. Nah, that's on the s.k.1 show. So I get over to that. All right, y'all. Now, we into the last episode that I did. And big up to the people that liked the show. Big up to the people that understood where I was coming from, what direction I was coming from with it. Because I'm talking about the media now, and I've been talking about the media since the first episode, since the first season of the K1 show. I've been talking about the media, but media and the lies they tell. Yes, they do. They tell a lot of lies. You had CNN up there, man, just having you believe that this man was one of the racist people in the world, and made you believe that as soon as he become president, he is going to take over like Hitler. They called the man Hitler. What? So it's crazy. And then a lot of them backpedaling now. They realize that he lost. I mean, she lost. I'm sorry. They realized she lost. He won. So you got some of them coming out now like, yes, we did make this up, yes, but they ain't saying they made it up out their mouth, but they backpedaling on what they said, and them charges that was against him, that was a lie. I'm gonna tell y'all, the man wasn't president for 4 years. He was not president for 4 years. He got hit with these charges 4 years ago. The January 6th, we talked about that. He got hit with them charges. Yes, a lot of us was looking like he's stupid. Because we thought that, hey, he had something to really do with January 6th. Yes, if you look at it, yeah, his supporters around that time went crazy over him. So they his supporters. So yeah, that look bad on you. That make it look bad on you. But the question was, did he tell them supporters they're going to do it? We don't know. We don't know. But at the same time, if it was some pure evidence on him with that, wouldn't they have been locked him up before he was able to make a decision to step into running for president again? Wouldn't they held it against him? Wouldn't that disqualify him for running for president again? Something up with that, because at the same time he would have been disqualified and wouldn't be able to run if he had something to do with that capital. Think about it. If he ain't had nothing to do with that capital, he would have been, yeah, he would, man, I'm telling you, they would have been locked him up. They would have been, he wouldn't have made 4 years. 4 years. 4 years, y'all. Joe Biden been president for 4 years. So you mean to tell me that all of them felonies that y'all put on this man, y'all basically wasn't telling the truth? Who was telling the truth? None of them. So I'm not gonna sit up there and listen to a CNN, a MSNBC, a ABC, CBS, none of them. You know, and I ain't gonna say Fox News always tell the truth, because sometimes, you gotta pay attention and listen to on them. But they was right about this election. I ain't gonna lie, Fox News was on it. Fox News was on this election. They already said who was gonna win. The rest of the media was just lying, like, oh yeah, we gonna they just don't like Trump. A lot of them don't like Trump. So they try to do anything and everything. And then you still got some of these stupid celebrities coming out just talking dumb. Like, y'all let this man in. Y'all this, y'all that. Come on, come on. Get out y'all feelings. The man won. Leave it alone. He got another 4 years. Ain't nothing different, nothing left. Alright. I got another segment coming up. Just a little different show. So, told y'all. See y'all when I come back. Y'all, so that brings the conclusion of this whole thing. So yeah. So basically, since we at the last of this, um you know I appreciate everyone. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's been a different show, y'all. This been real like a challenge. And like I said earlier, dealing with family, health issues and stuff like that. Trying to hold it down for my wife, and trying to still take on and carry things like it's normal. As far as continuing on this podcast show, big up to everybody that had the patience, everybody that's still rocking with me. You still rocking with me. I definitely appreciate you. If you new and you hearing this, I appreciate you for stepping in and pressing the play button. I always appreciate people that play the play button. So I want to give another big up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we basically in this time of days where though we really gotta start looking into how to survive anything that comes towards our way. We can't depend on the president. We can't depend on no one. We got to do this. Yes, and we gotta depend on God. That's the most. But my thing with everyone is that as time goes, we gonna really see what's really going on. It's bigger than this. It's bigger than this. Oh, people saying, oh, cause Trump in chair, we going back to slavery. Trump in chair, he's gonna destroy the world. What you think Biden doing right now? Trying to cause a World War III, and I ain't even get to that episode yet. That's another up and coming episode I should be going on with. What you think Biden doing? Oh, you think Trump doing this? That man gotta wait all the way till January 6th to be sworn in. So, what power you think that he got to go over there and do something that make Putin get mad? It's not Trump, it's Biden. So y'all pointing the fingers because Trump won the presidential thing right now? No, it's not. It's not Trump. Trump not even sworn in yet. Yes, he is trying to work on certain things to stop the whole border thing, but he can only get as far with that too. He can't do too much, not as much as they gonna allow him to do. He is the elected president, but he is not the sitting president. See, is a difference. You gotta look at it. He's the elected. Biden is the sitting. Stop trying to already accuse this man for something that he ain't even in chair to do right now. He won. Yes. People crazy. People crazy. They gonna blame Trump for everything. They ain't gonna blame Biden for nothing. They just gonna look at Biden and be like, oh, he too sleep to press a button to do any daggone thing. Don't be fooled by Biden either. Biden is not always sleep. Sleepy Joe is not always sleep. He up there eating the ice cream cone right now. Sleepy Joe is not asleep right now. And while the vice president, she go to the Bahamas somewhere on an island taking a vacation, and Joe Biden up here causing wars and stuff like that, and then she get on somebody platform the other day talking all drunk. She drunk. I been told y'all that lady like drinking. She drunk. She looks so drunk, man. I'ma throw that clip in. I'ma throw that clip in on this one. I'm telling you, I'm about to give y'all a little news. You know, I took it from talking to recap, but I'm about to give y'all a little news. I just had to bring that one up. And hope y'all enjoy y'all holidays, but I'm gonna go in on her, and I'm gonna go in on Joe. I'm going in on Joe because he should not have gave these people the permission to launch one of our missiles over in the not Ukraine, in Russia with Putin. He gave the Ukraine the permission to do that. Now Putin mad. He mad. So how can we trust him to still run? I'm glad he didn't succeed to get over to this part as running against Trump again. I think Trump would have still won if Biden was gone because people so stupid. We was already going against the Democrats anyway. So rather Kamala just came in at a bad time. It ain't matter what Democrat was running. It could have been a Doug. We was over the Democrats. We was already over them. We was over them. Joe done made it bad for the Democrats. So if people want to sit up there and say, "Oh, black men didn't vote for Kamala because she's a woman," then I don't know what to tell you. People was already over the Democrats. Oh wow, because of the whole Roe v. Wade thing. Well, what happened with the Roe v. Wade thing 4 years ago, 12 years ago, 8 years ago, 12 all them years ago? Why all of a sudden now this woman come in and now y'all want to make that a big issue? Like I told y'all, it's your local city and states, not the daggone president. Your local city and states. Do y'all realize that? I don't know if she was gonna live up to her word, but that was her. That was her whole. That was what her whole campaign was based on. She didn't say no other real good policies. But people seem to think that she stole some of her ideas from Donald Trump, Obama. She tried to follow the Obama playbook. Do you realize that? Do you realize this lady was lying in your face? And not to say Trump wasn't lying in nobody's face. Trump do a lot of lying, but we know he lied. We dealt with him before. We dealt kind of with you too, with old Joe. But we knew that if we voted for you, we was going to shoot ourselves in the foot. I get it. A lot of people wanted her in chair because why? They could say the first lady president to ever see the chair. Not the first black. Please don't say the first black lady president because that woman is not black, y'all. She is not black. I don't care what nobody say. Kamala is not black. So if you think that this lady black, go and research and find out how she black because every time I try to pull her up, it did not say anything black about her. Only thing it said that her father is from Jamaica. Now, you can have a lot of different kind of Jamaicas. You can have black Jamaica, you can have Chinese Jamaica, you can have Caucasian Jamaicans. It's people. Jamaica is a country. Just like the United States. So tell me where it state that she is African American at in her DNA. I read, and I read. I have not found anything that said this lady was African American in her DNA. She lied about her grandmother being black. Candace Owens pulled that up. You know what I mean? She just lied. She just lied. So what I am saying is that I don't trust her. She's gonna run again in 2028, and all them billions of dollars that she spent. Well, she spent $1.4 billion, but it's $1.5 billion in her campaign, and did not pay none of her workers. None of her workers. And then want to talk about Happy Thanksgiving. Happy what? You ain't pay. How you having a happy Thanksgiving? How you somewhere on the island spending money? I know the campaign money, not your money. It was something that was donated to you, and you got donations from people that didn't even have money to donate to you, but they donate to you. So you got endorsed by the biggest. You you had a lot of charity coming to you, but you spend all the money. You spend it on Beyonce. You spend it on Oprah. And look, I don't care what nobody say. Look. Tina knows. Stop mine for your daughter. She knows she got that money, but you want to send cease and desist. Allege. I'm gonna say allege. I'm gonna say allege. Yeah, I'm gonna say allege. But I believe that where the money go at then? If she ain't give it to Beyonce, where the money? Oprah already then looked crazy by saying that she ain't get the money. Yeah, she may not, but the producers and stuff got the money that, part of her established. $1.5 billion. Explain that, old drunken lady. Explain it. Would you drunk the money up? How can you drink a billion point five? I'm at 1.5 billion up. You got so drunk that you drunk all the money up. That's a lot of money to be drinking. That's a lot. She looked bad, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. She up there, cause I thank y'all for, I was like, oh my goodness. Lady, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. The thing about it, like I said, I just think it was the wrong job for her. Now, like I said, if she had a better challenge, if we had a better challenge woman that could come out there, whether she's African American, whether she Caucasian, whether she whatever, that's can do it for in the United States, long as they actual citizens of the United States that can run for president, I think that they would have had a better chance than her. A lot of people saying that a woman don't have the chance because they are a woman. Um, I don't know. I don't know. And if people really not voting for them because they are women, I don't even know what to say about that. Because why wouldn't you want to vote a woman in? Like, I mean, anybody could be president. Anybody. Anybody could be a president. So if you thinking like that, then I don't know what to tell you. You know, because eventually that will happen. It just didn't happen now because we had the wrong candidate, and like for real, like nobody wanted to vote for that drunk. And if you sat up there and you heard her talk, you really like, come on, y'all. Is y'all looking at the whole thing like y'all really think that Trump gonna destroy the daggone what is already destroyed? It's already destroyed. Joe Biden did a terrible job. 4 years straight. It's already what? It's destroyed. So if Trump get in, what? And I ain't even talking about Trump got cleaned up what Joe Biden did. We gonna stop doing that too. Well, I'ma stop doing it. I don't know what nobody else gonna stop doing it. I'ma stop saying, hey, he got cleaned up the mess that the other one did. No. Let's continue on, move on, and try to figure out a better way of getting it together. Clean up what? It's been getting clean since president. Every president been cleaning up every president. And nothing got better. Because, for one, people still voting Democrat. People still voting blue. And like I said, and I'm going to continue on saying this, it's not about blue, red, left, right. It's about making the best decision. And that's why I always say it's best to go independent than to go Republican or Democrat. Democrat been tearing us down for years. We still got the drugs on the street. I said that on my last episode. We still got killing going on. We still got a lot of stuff going on. We still live in poor areas. We still not succeeding stepping over to the righteous way of things that we supposed to do to run things. I believe you got these young you got young African Americans out there. They struggling. They don't have nothing to go to, nothing to turn to. Only thing they is introduced to is violence, robbing old people, stealing people cars, and all of this other stuff. And guess what? Because we still in a blue state. We still in a blue state. Brandon Scott ain't doing nothing. Westmore, I don't know what the heck he talking about. I don't know. Look. Westmore, he flip flop. He one minute he with Kamala Harris. Now he with Trump. You know, I guess Westmore like, look, I don't want no issues. I don't want to get into none of this stuff. But Westmore, you need to step up and do what you supposed to do as the governor of Maryland. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm starting to see a little change, but it's not enough. It's not enough. The blue gonna have to show something. That's all the blue gonna have to show. Look, because Kamala Harris to mess that up for a little bit. I don't care what Democrat run up against a Republican next race go on. They gonna lose. They gonna lose. People thinking that people ain't vote for that woman because she's a woman or because they think she's black. Get out of here with that. Oh, we gonna die. I can't. I can't have a baby, and if somebody rape me or something like that, come on now, you know your state ain't going, your local city and state ain't gonna not give you abortion. If you feel like you got a life and death, situation, they gotta get the baby out of you. They gotta do something to save your life. You're not gonna die. Come on, or how about this? Protect yourself. If you know that you can die from having a baby, don't get pregnant. Now, for those ones that get raped, they had no control over that one. Now, those the ones that really, hey, we gotta figure something out. Like, look, this person cannot have this child because they did not want to get pregnant. They didn't have nothing to do with getting pregnant. This idiot then raped them, and now they got pregnant. And they didn't even want to have the baby. You know, that's the one. But I don't think Donald Trump can stop the local city and state from making that decision. He could stop the funding. He can do that, but he don't really have no say in on that stuff. Like what president did. How was we operating before Kamala Harris trying to make it more bad than what she tried to put it out as? The media lied. Kamala Harris lied. They lied. They lied bad. So I'm not gonna sit up here and, just listen to all this garbage that they was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Alright, y'all, so I know I might be in and out. I'm not that close to my mic. I am gonna come up with a wrap up. I go into this. This will be a whole nother topic, a whole nother episode. See y'all when I come back. Walk back to the last segment. Boy, 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 boy. Alright, y'all. So, you know, I'm doing something a little different in 2025. And I'm gonna bring my bestie with me in on this one. Um, we gonna make a fun show. You know what I'm saying? Um, to those that like movies and TV shows and stuff like that, yes, we are bringing that. I don't got a name yet, but when the season ends, whether you hear it over here or you hear it on the SK1 show, I'm going to announce the name. I'm going to announce the time. Me and her going to have to really sit down and we going to talk about how we going to do this. We going to have to write a list of shows. We already got the top shows that me and her always talk about. Me, her, and my wife, we always sit down and we talk about our shows. But we going to share it with y'all and get y'all input. And, TikTok, if it's still around, it may have a little part to deal with this. If it's not, then let's go to YouTube. We'll do a little YouTube live thing, to discuss it and also have it as a show. So we gonna utilize YouTube. We gonna make YouTube like one of the things that we doing because I've been dealing with YouTube now for a little while, but my whole show been YouTube this season. So we gonna really get this whole thing going. I'm gonna create a channel for that. And we gonna do some creation. Yeah, this thing gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Big up Nelly. You know. All right. So I'm just happy that I'm able to still do these platforms. Um, SK1 News is like one of my biggest shows. Um, and yes, the name did change like 3 times already. It was K1 show, SK1 show, the SK1 News. This whole thing right here is big. I got a lot of episodes over here, until I had to separate the SK1 show and make SK1 show its own, thing. Um, I am ending one of these shows. One of these shows are coming to an end. If you hear me bring the SK1 show back over here, that's due to the simple fact that SK1 show, but I think I'm going to end the SK1 show and continue on with SK1 News. Yeah, SK1 show will be coming to an end. SK1 show was only made because of the playlist. There's no playlist. Um, and mostly the entertainers that I talk about over there is gonna be Diddy right now because it's always Diddy in the news. Until I can get you other news other than Kendrick Lamar and Lil Wayne can cause a war against each other. That's something a little different, But other than that, it may be. Um, it's not one of these shows not coming back. And like I said, SK1 News could stay around for the simple fact that it's always news. It's always news. If I get this show up, then where else am I getting the news at? You know what I'm saying? So I just want to keep it as that. Um, if so, if a lot of people just tell me, hey, I like the SK1 show, can you keep it? You know what I mean? I may reconsider on keeping it. But yeah. But to check out old episodes, you can check out those old episodes over here, or you can check it out with a new home at. You can go either way. Yeah, it's been over here for a long while though. So this is where it started from. So yeah, this is where the SK1 show started from over here. But you know, anyway, I enjoy doing both the shows. And by January, I should be already working on a new season of the SK1 News. We are going season 6, y'all. We are going to season 6. Let's get season 6 going, y'all. Let's get it out there. You know what I mean? More, and more news. More news. We gonna be talking all news. I don't care what news we talking. We gonna be talking all news. That right there was news I just gave. You see, I get news. Hey, that's all my news. And I'll be happy to work on just one platform right now. Other than the show me and Nelly gonna do, that's a little separate. It's a little different. A little different. I don't know how many episodes we will have, but we gonna get us a shot. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see where this go. We gonna make this big. This gonna be one of the big shows. This gonna be a big show. You know what I mean? Like, this is what planned to happen on the SK1 brand. Like, you know, oh yeah, y'all, I got new merch. So I will put the link in the description on YouTube, and I will put the link in the description on Spotify. On YouTube, you can go on my description and click the link. On Spotify, when you go on the show, it should show you somewhere on this particular episode that's gonna say shop by there, and you can shop the merch if you want to support the merch. That's how you support me, is supporting the merch. That's one way of supporting me. And we basically is done. Thank y'all for the recap. I have probably 2 or 3 more episodes left to go before I get to the last episode. We got a Christmas episode coming up. Y'all know how I do this. Sorry, no music this year, but hey, I got something for y'all. We gonna talk Christmas. Anyway, we gonna come back. Next episode is gonna be about what? We'll figure it out. See y'all when I come back. And maybe Lil Ray will be on the next episode. We got set a date to do this one. I gotta build the show. See y'all. So it's all about building the show, getting it done. See y'all when I come back.